What's up, guys? Kyle with Max Conversion here with you today to walk you through a PMAX campaign on how to prevent spam and bot leads from coming in. If you guys have run a PMAX campaign before, likely you've run into spam and bots, and it looks legit, but it's not legit. You can't get a hold of them. You can't even qualify them. If you do get them on the phone, they're like, "Did I reach out to you? I never reached out to you." It's the weirdest thing, but I'm going to walk you through exactly how to prevent these spam and bots on a PMAX campaign. First, I want to touch on quality of traffic. So, this is not to prevent bots, but more so of quality thing first, whereas you need to send quality traffic to a landing page, right? So, if we've got our search themes here, we want to make sure that we're targeting good quality search themes, right? So, instead of something, and this is a roofing example, instead of something like roof replacement, we want to have roof replacement services or roof replacement insert location, Los Angeles, St. Louis, California, Miami, that sort of stuff. So you want to have the intent behind the word, and having 5 to 10 search themes is typically a good range, right? Just keep it simple there. And with audience, we actually don't a lot of times do any audiences. Sometimes we do, sometimes we don't. It really all depends on the campaign. But no audiences allows Google a little bit more flexibility to target and kind of find out what audience is working for you. And frankly, with these PMAX campaigns, we always love optimizing towards search. So if we look at this example, we've got under a $20 cost per lead in the last 14 days. And most of our money is spent on search, which has generated all the results. So as you start to get more lead forms in or more conversions in, it's going to start optimizing towards that. But you don't want Google Ads optimizing towards the wrong thing. So what do? Well, the first step and prerequisite to this is we've got to use offline conversion tracking. And I know offline conversion tracking can be complicated at times. Maybe you don't even know what it is. But basically what it is you use, let's say we're optimizing towards forms. Your form is set up through your CRM or a third-party software. Now, with this software, you're getting the lead in there, and then you're sending the data back into Google Ads, right? So it's going from the traffic's going to your landing page. You've got your embedded form on there, and then that form and that form submitted goes to your CRM. That CRM sends the data back to Google Ads. So it sounds confusing, but we've actually got some videos. If you guys use High Level, we've got videos on that sort of setup. Each CRM is a little bit different, but this walkthrough will help you understand how to prevent these bots and spam. And then you guys can, do the offline conversion tracking setup. So how do you do this? How do we do this, right? So it's actually nothing in our Google Ads account. It's everything in our CRM. So we're going to filter out the leads that we consider not quality. So if we look at a form here, and this is a roofing example, we've got name, email, phone number, then we've got zip code, estimated square footage of house, how can we help, and are you the homeowner, with this field hidden right here. Now, the first recommendation I have is increase the friction that it takes to fill out the form. So if you guys have name, email, phone number right now, maybe with a fourth field, increase that friction. It may impact conversion rate slightly, but you're going to get more data and you're going to get better quality leads. That's step one. Still, you're going to run into spam, you're going to run into bots, even with more form fields. Now what you want to do is those fields should be qualifying or disqualifying, right? So estimated square footage of home, with this campaign, anywhere between 1 and 8,000 is considered a quality lead. Anybody above 8,000, they might be a quality lead, but it might be also a bot putting in like 20,000, right? It's probably not a real home if they're putting in 20,000. That would be a huge house, and it would suck to miss that, but kind of willing to take that risk. Under 1,000, somebody might put 10, 20, 30 square feet. That person is not qualified. Even homes just under 1,000 square feet might not be in this roofing company's realm of wanting to work, right? So that's another thing. So with that, you've got your qualifying question here, anywhere between 1 and 8,000, qualified. Anything outside of those, not qualified. Same with homeowner, right? So if somebody reaches out and they're not the homeowner, they are automatically disqualified. So if this is, let's say this square footage is less than 1,000, disqualified. Maybe they are the homeowner, but their square footage, they say they put 800, disqualified. But then the third field, guys, so you have your qualifying and disqualifying questions, which may prevent some some traffic in some lead form submissions coming back to you. That's one thing. But really the big kicker here is we've got this hidden form field here, and it's optional. You can see here. Now, the thing with these is that a normal everyday person like you or I that is searching for a roof replacement company, clicks on the Google result, lands on the landing page, we're not going to see this hidden field. However, bots will see this field. So these bots see the hidden form field on the website because they crawl it. And what ends up happening is that they actually submit this field right here. Even though it's hidden and nobody else can see it, it'll actually be submitted. So that is the ultimate disqualifier, right? So if this is filled out at all, immediate disqualification, and we push them over to a different section, a spam likely or bot section. So I want to show you what this automation looks like in high level. So it's simple. Form is submitted, and then we've got our if-then statements. And I know this may look confusing, but let me walk you through it, right? So if the homeowner is yes, and the square foot is greater than 1,000 or less than 8,000, then they are considered quality, right? So if this happens and this happens, good quality, right? So we're going to send them over back to Google Ads. We'll send it to an offline conversion. We'll send a thank you email. We'll email the client the leads information, and we'll create that opportunity. If they fill out the what are you looking for or how can we help, right? So what are we looking for today is the query key. Hidden field automatically tags them as a bot. Nothing happens, right? So now they're just considered a bot. They'll be in the CRM. They're not pushed into Google Ads. So Google Ads is not optimizing towards that type of lead, right? They know it's a bot, and now we're not going to optimize towards them, right? We're trying to optimize towards good quality. And when none of these sections are met, right? So if somebody is, let's say, if their homeowner is yes, square footage is, our homeowner's no, and square footage is less than 1,000 or more than 8,000, then we send them a follow-up email that says, hey, looks like you submitted the form. We saw that, either you weren't the homeowner or the square footage is not what we work with. Please resubmit the form if you think this is a mistake. So basically trying to get them to re-enter the pipeline if they are a legit lead, right? So somebody puts in 10 square footage, they're a homeowner, but maybe they just didn't want to put in the full square footage and they just wanted to leave it at that. And we give them a second opportunity to re-enter and go through this again. So that's kind of how we have this system set up, and it works really well where it filters out the bot traffic and it doesn't send those conversions back to Google Ads. A conversion only goes back to Google Ads if they're qualified. And you can actually add more restrictions here too as well, guys. If long term, you have a 10, 15 step form, you can say like if it's a loan, like the credit score's got to be this and the home value's got to be this and this has got to be that. And you can actually filter out that traffic where if home value is less than say, 200K, credit score is less than 700, something like that, you can disqualify them. Maybe send them over to a different form, or just simply, for the simplicity's sake of Google Ads, just not sending them back into Google Ads. So what you're telling Google is, hey, we like these leads that are, they have a credit score over 700 and their home value is over 200. Google will naturally start to give you more of those leads, and over time, the campaign gets more and more optimized as you run this. So I hope this video helps, guys. PMAX is such a good campaign. It just needs to be set up right where the conversions and the quality is being sent back into Google Ads. If you don't have that, then PMAX is going to result in spam and bots. You can't set up offline conversion tracking. I'd recommend probably just setting up a regular search campaign. Those can work great as well. So if you guys have any questions or need help setting up offline conversion tracking or campaigns in your industry, we do that all day at Max Conversion. We can help you. We build out these campaigns, we audit, we do consulting. Feel free to reach out. We've got our website down below in the description. But as always, guys, these videos are meant to be helpful. I appreciate you watching. I hope you got some value out of it. And if you liked the video, make sure you hit the like button, smash the subscribe button, and stay tuned for more helpful Google Ads content.